the galaxy. Where from space?
Currently, you're too fucking high for this, dude. Let's try this again. Since my co-host is too fucking fully torqued to do this, welcome to the Space Rangers podcast, motherfuckers. I'm Hippie, and that right there is Jymoki Biggs, who's too fully torqued to do the fucking intro. Thank you for joining us on the Space Rangers podcast. Today we're going to be talking about Space Rangers Boot Camp. Now, if you go to Galactic Boot Camp like we have, it's a fucking adventure. So we're going to go ahead and take you on one of those.
No, I fucking died.
No. Alright guys, so to tell you how the Space Rangers first get their marks when they go into the Galactic Boot Camp. First, you have to go somewhere and sign up,
Ew.
obviously. Once you do that, you go through a rigorous course of training, and you also have to be screened and make sure that you don't have any fucking, like universal issues, galactic problems with your body. If you got space AIDS, we got issues. So,
Yep. No
can't
space
join.
AIDS, no space police
No,
problems.
no space AIDS, no herpes, none of the bodily problems. You got to be a fucking fit specimen to be a part of the Space Rangers. Now, for you to do that, you get your start date, and then you go hop on a shuttle, and then you top on that shuttle and go all the way into the fucking sky, and then you start floating in space for the first time. You're like, wow, this is cool. I'm in space. I'm gonna be a space ranger.
It feels
And
that
as soon
way
as
for a
that
little
shuttle
bit.
docks,
No
you
more.
immediately regret that decision.
No, you don't want to
really
be in the
fucking regret
Space Force anymore.
No, because as soon as you get there, fucking space hatch opens, shuttle's docked, and somebody walks in. This Darth Vader looking motherfucker. He's like, "You're gonna fucking hate your life." And he just starts screaming at you. And every single day after that, you're getting fucking screamed at. And everything you do is monitored. And guess what? You're not gonna like it.
Not a fun
But hey,
time.
Space Rangers in a Galactic Boot Camp. You gotta do that shit sometimes.
Sometimes you just
So,
gotta fucking take the L, you know?
exactly. Now, go ahead and tell me about your day one experience in boot camp whenever you first got off the shuttle and had to walk into that fucking huge intergalactic ship that
Oh
just
my
floats
god.
there as a space station.
I fucking walked in there and I
It's fucking
fucking
cold.
yeah, I fucking walked in there and it was really big and really white, but I fucking looked up for a second before this motherfucker came in my face and told me to get by these fucking, these galactic logos. And I had never seen any of them, but they were lined up from right to left. They were all across the ground, but we weren't allowed to step on them.
No.
We weren't, yeah.
So, to further explain this, whenever you first get on the ship and you walk in, there's this opening hallway. You have to walk in there, and it's the first place you go.
Mhm.
So once you walk there, you can't step on these intergalactic logos. These logos have the federations for every planet that have ever been in alliance
Mhm.
with the Space Rangers force. So if you step on them flags, that's disrespectful, and you're going to be eating your teeth. So don't do that. And once you get there, they give you your space radios. You only get it one time. You got to call your family, and you say, "Hey, shuttle didn't blow up on the way up into space.
Yep.
I'm alive. Talk to you later." That's it. Nothing else. Once you're there, you're like, all right, well, fuck, I'm here. That's it. You have no idea what the fuck's gonna happen next. Prepare not to sleep for 2 days
Yep.
because you're gonna be up doing whatever the fuck they tell you to do, and you're not allowed to sleep at all. So, I believe what happened next was you had to go through a rigorous processing day, of which you get all of your gear for your Space Rangers trip with, I'd say, in your own shuttle, at least 100 people. So you have 100 people in your shuttle, and that's only one small portion of this huge fucking ship. Then you got like, I don't know, 10,000 other shuttles coming through with another 100 people, and there's millions of people from outside the galaxy everywhere, come all forms of life, alien, human, fucking zognoid, doesn't matter. If you're Faces planet, you come over here too. Everybody
Mhm.
who's in the galaxy comes together if you want to be a space ranger to join the force by going through this rigorous process. So
Absolutely.
we have millions of life forms that all come together, and all come together for one cause, is to be a space ranger. And it's just something that was cool to see because you meet people that you never met before, people who speak completely different languages than you do, but also speak your language. So you're just like, wow, this is insane. I've
Hmm.
never thought I'd see something like this. And that's
Absolutely.
exactly what most people join for, is to see the entire galaxy. Some people just are tired of sitting on one rock and they want to
Exactly.
fly and soar the stars and see more than what they could ever see in their life.
Hmm.
So
Absolutely.
you have your processing days. Your processing days suck. Your food's shitty. All you do is sit in a fucking a compartment of this ship where you just stay there and you clean. You are a professional maid for at least a week,
Yep.
at least. And then, since they have a million different people all coming together, life forms, aliens, fucking fungi, whatever the hell you want to be coming in here, as long as you have some sort of intellect and you can use your fucking mind, you can be a space ranger. So they have thousands upon thousands of people coming in daily and people who are there constantly all the time. So whenever you're there, you have to get with the program, or if you don't, go home.
Yep.
And you don't want to be the one that has to get sent home. Nobody wants to be sent home.
Oh,
That's embarrassing. So
that's some
you have
fucking
to
whack
bite the
shit.
bullet. Yeah, you have to bite the bullet and stay awake constantly and try to be the best you could possibly be. And all you do is clean and get shit ready. And for the first 2 days, you are not sleeping at all.
Nope.
And if you try to fall asleep or you look like you're about to fall asleep, somebody's going to hit you and wake you up. And you'll be lucky if somebody hits you to wake you up, because if somebody else who's in charge comes and finds you, not a good day.
Days. Holy shit, dude. You ever think to yourself that your life is pretty good because there's somebody right now in
Who's in boot camp
PDs
in PDs.
in Galactic Boot Camp.
That's pretty good. I'm gonna throw that in there. So, what we were just talking about, sorry, we probably cut off a little bit. So, back into P days, whenever you're a professional fucking maid, just trying to wait for your Galactic Enforcers to come train you. Galactic Enforcers are the ones who runs your entire division. These people will come in and they will be your leaders for the entire 2 month process of your Galactic Boot Camp. So these Galactic Enforcers are basically the people that run your entire life for the next 2 months. They are your fucking you depend on them for everything. Your food, your training, whatever the hell you have to do. And these people are not nice. They can be, but they won't be. That's their that's what they have to do. It's their job. They have to be mean to you. They have to toughen you up. They have to make you fucking angry because you are on a mission to become one of the strongest fucking forces in the world, in the universe, in the whole entire galaxy, a space ranger. So, these galactic enforcers will come in after maybe a week or two of your P days, your processing days. And once you're sitting there and you're just hanging out of nowhere, the person that has been kind of guiding you around, not your galactic enforcer, that person is just there to give you some guidance and help you get back and forth to your meals and then back to your compartment, and just to make sure you figure everything out. Now, this shoot, I had a burp, sorry.
Nice.
That was evil.
Yeah.
That Sarlacc spill was evil. All right, so these galactic enforcers will come in after that person who's your caretaker leaves. You have little to no notice, and they come in very subtly. Three of them. You have your head galactic enforcer, your second in command, and your third in command.
Hmm.
There's always a chain of command to go through. And they'll come in all at the same time, stand in front of you. You're all sitting on the ground like a bunch of fucking children.
Hmm.
And they'll sit there and they'll tell you, okay, you think this has been hard? I can understand you're tired and that you think this is probably the worst week of your life. Well, I can promise you it's about to get a lot worse. Get on your fucking feet! And they start
Hmm.
screaming at you immediately. As soon as they
Yep.
come in real subtly and they get right in your face and start making you hurry the fuck up. You get up, you get all your shit, you better hurry the fuck up because you're going on a nice fucking mile walk. You're going on a nice mile walk down this big ass space corridor that's going to take you to your next place that you have to stay. That's going to be your permanent residence where you're going to be for 2 months. Your whole entire boot camp experience, your galactic boot camp experience, has not started yet. You were just there waiting. Now it started. And them people have not, they're on 10 always. They don't give a fuck. because that is their job, to be in your face. They don't give a fuck if you cry. They don't give a fuck if you're like, oh, I don't like it here. Get the fuck out. They don't want you here. You're too weak. You're the weakest link. Get the fuck out. So, about 100 other people are there with you to come on this long ass adventure all the way back to where you are going to be staying. Once you get there, you drop all your shit off, and then you start getting into the real shit. They start figuring out who the leaders are, who the people who are going to be in command, who are the junior enlisted of these Space Rangers cadets, who is going to be the one to take command, who's going to take charge, and they start giving people assigned positions. So, me, I was the Galactic Enforcer Recruit Commander, which is just a fancy name for saying you're in charge of all the people who are there. So the Galactic Enforcers don't have to do it. So whenever they're gone, which is some parts of the day, you're in charge. And it's fucking hard. You're in command of 100 people. And before that, you were just some simpleton on the streets probably doing nothing. So you come out of the streets, hop on a shuttle, fly up to a fucking ship where you have no idea what the hell you're doing, and then they put you in charge of fucking 100 people just because you have leadership qualities. And not just that, they give you an assistant Galactic Enforcer Recruit Commander. They give you a person in charge of the heads, the bathrooms. They give you a person in charge of the fucking cleaning, laundry, everything. They have somebody who's the Galactic Enforcer of something as a recruit. So they always have somebody who feels like they're, I want to say, more. They always have a recruit that is more responsible than the next. They give them this entitled responsibility that they have to do this. And honestly, it helped me get through that 2 months of just pure torture because it wasn't fun. Never was it fun. You maybe had some times where you could call your family, or maybe towards the end, whenever you got 1 day of a break before it went right back to bullshit. Whenever you finally, like at the last day right before you graduated, you had like a little pizza party and shit. That's a long way away. You don't even see that in sight. You have nothing else ahead of you except for fucking pain and torture. That's just how it goes. So I've been talking for a hot minute. I want you to tell me what it was like whenever you got to your first compartment, the first day, if you can remember exactly how that went, or not just the first day, but your first like memories from whenever you first got to your first compartment and you first started your
The
your
very
Galactic
first,
Boot Camp training.
like before we got the enforcers.
As soon as you, well, I mean, if you would like to start from there, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say like the only thing I really remember about that is yeah, exactly what you said. The enforcers came in and they were fucking they acted really nice at first and then they fucking started yelling at us and we had to fucking do all that bullshit. We went on the mile walk with the fucking space bags. Fucking
Space bag and
this
all your fucking
big
space
yeah with
gear.
a, yeah you have fucking helmets in there and fucking ray guns
Everything.
and shit.
Everything that you could possibly need, they give you. And they have to give
Absolutely.
you fake ray guns so you don't kill yourself.
Yeah, because you know
That's how stressful it is.
there's some fucking yeah. So
Yes.
we
So once you
get
get to your first compartment, your new home, what was that like?
shit, man. Well, I got assigned head enforcer.
Head enforcer.
That was
So
fun.
head enforcer is the person that cleans the bathrooms.
Yeah. Well,
Now
I don't
you don't
directly
clean the
clean.
bathrooms.
Yeah, I tell
You don't
people to
directly
clean
clean the
them.
bathrooms. You are the person that is making sure that the head is spot on because you have galactic fucking specters that come through and make sure the ship is top notch. And if you or any of your dirty ass street rats that you brought in dirty up that head, you get demerits, and that's your ass. Especially if you're the head enforcer, that's your ass.
Mm,
So he had a pretty important job. He had a whole entire spot dedicated to him.
yep.
I want to let you know that's important. It's fucking tough. So go
Yeah.
ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah. At one point, this wasn't the first day. This was about three three 3 weeks in, we'll say.
Gotcha.
I there was a there was something wrong with one of the heads. I guess I'll just say that it was a speck of dust on top of the shower curtain.
Oof.
That's what it was. But
Oof.
they had my guys go in there, the people who cleaned for me, go in there and look for what was wrong while they made me do push-ups.
That's fucked.
And I had to
So
do 90 fucking push-ups, dog.
now let
Four
me tell you,
counts.
these fuckers. Whenever they are mad at you, they beat you. Now, beating is a term they use to scare you, and it's scary. They don't physically put hands on you. You wish they did, because if they did, you had a fighting chance to fight back. No, you are beating yourself. They'll make you do push ups until you throw the fuck up. Nonstop. 10 counts, 4 counts, fucking flutter kicks, whatever. They're going to make you fucking sore. You are going to beat yourself senseless and you're going to be tired of shit afterwards. And guess what? They're going to make sure you know it's your fault until your people that you have accountable for you are on point. Because you didn't do that and it's your fault.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hard fucking life for sure.
Absolutely.
And beatings are not fun. I got plenty of them. I got the shit kicked out of me. But I'm gonna let him continue. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, that all happened. Shit, man. I don't remember my first fucking.
It's hard to remember those days because they all run together.
Yeah, bro. They all blend together.
For sure.
I feel like
Because
I feel like everything was so repetitive in that first week. It was all standing in lines and
mhm.
waiting, fucking standing like this, and fucking
And studying
studying,
constantly.
standing there with your book.
They give you a Space Ranger's handbook where you have to study all the
Hmm.
Space Ranger's knowledge that you have to know. And if you don't know it, beating. You're getting beat. You have to know this shit because they quiz you on it. They give you an inspection. You have to go up to the tow line. The tow line is a space right next to your bunk. You got bunks all around your compartment where you have to sleep in. Everything's is zero gravity, so they have to put artificial gravity to where you feel like you're actually somewhere that's on not on a planet. You actually
Yeah.
have gravity because you're not used to that. So you're not getting the fun spacey experience where you're just floating around and do whatever the fuck you want because they would beat the fuck out of you constantly.
Hmm.
How are you gonna get your beatings whenever you can just float and do sit-ups? You can't. So they have to have the artificial gravity, and those people will tell you get on the fucking tow line, and they'll be constantly yelling at you. And if you have to stand there at attention on the tow line, straight up like you're a pencil, facing straight forward, 1,000 yard stare, and they'll come up to your face. And if you look at them, they will scream at you. So you have to stare
Hmm.
through them, and they'll ask you a question. If you do not know it, it's your ass
Hmm. I was
because
usually
you are
pretty
supposed to
good
be
about
studying.
that.
You have to study constantly. So
Yeah.
it's not just physical, mental stress, but it's constant knowledge you have to be taking in. And if you can't take that in, you're not somebody they want in their core. You're not somebody they want as a space ranger, and you're going home. If you can't pass tests, they have 2 tests that if you can't pass, you're going home. That's like written test for knowledge.
Yeah.
Not talking about the physical test where you're running fucking 2.5, 2 miles, fucking mile and a half, whatever you got to do. You're constantly working your body to its end because they want you to be the person that can literally be at their breaking point and pull through it and come up as victorious. They want to rewire your brain and make you stronger, but it's also changing you fundamentally at your core. The person
Absolutely.
that you used to be will not be the same as you leave. And that's
I
the
feel.
struggle.
Yeah. I feel like for the
Because
most
once you
part.
come out, I'll let you finish. I'm sorry. Well, once you come out,
Mm.
then you can start building yourself back up because they literally tear you down and try to make you into a different person. And once you come out of that boot camp, then you can start building your own
Well,
personality back up.
I wouldn't say that.
That's,
I feel like towards the end they were still mean, but they were still building you up. At
they were
that
building you up, but the whole entire first week, 2 weeks, the first like
up
I believe
until like week 4 or 5, they break you down still.
they are constantly breaking you down.
Yeah, they break you down. They make you feel like absolutely nothing, and by the time you hit that fifth week, they
It's
start.
soldier building
Yeah,
time.
that's Hell Week,
Yeah,
and they have you up at like 4 in the morning, and that's like the hardest week. And then after that week, because Hell Week is when they teach you everything that you need to know, like for these upcoming.
mental toughness.
Yeah, basically like they gotta show you a bunch of stuff, so they pack it all into a week. It's not hard in the sense that it's difficult things to do.
It's
It's
only hard because they make it hard. They give you these
Yeah, they give you
controlled
very
environments where
very
you have
yeah.
little amounts of sleep and you're just kind of on edge constantly. Like you're getting maybe I'd say at most 6 hours a night because you're
Yeah, during
constantly
Hell
doing
Week, yeah.
watches.
Yeah, and watches are a thing too. But after that hell week, they start building you back up because they still yell at you, but they yell at you in like, come on, you can fucking do better than this. What the fuck? Instead of like, you're fucking garbage. What the
You're
fuck was that?
worthless. You're nothing.
Yeah, for the first like
Now they're
four
trying
weeks,
to build
yeah.
you up.
But
Yeah.
now it's like, you can do better than this. Are you a fucking space ranger? And it kind of turns into that.
And it
From
makes you have more of like a, I'm a fucking space ranger. I've been here for half the time. I've been busting my fucking ass, and I'm not gonna quit now. And it gives you the fucking motivation, the energy to keep going forward. But
absolutely.
constantly, it's a battle in your own head, thinking, "Fuck, dude, I got this and that to worry about, and I have to
Mm.
also constantly be worried about this shit." So it's tough. So for me, I went to this division and I took command of it. I did not want to. I was somebody that was trying to be general population, which means you just fly under the radar and you get the fuck out as quick as possible.
That's what I
They
did.
noticed that. They noticed that, right? And they also noticed that I've had previous training and that I could lead. So they made me a leader. And after that, I appreciated the distraction because as a leader, you have no time to think about your own personal fucking bullshit. Unless you're laying in bed at night and you're like, fuck, this is what I have to fucking deal with right now.
Hmm.
So sometimes you're laying in bed at night and you're reading your fucking letters that you send off to your girlie or whoever Jody's fucking at the time. And you're sitting there like, damn, I really wish I can go back home right now, but I have to worry about all these people I'm in charge of. I have to make sure these people get through it. And it's tough, man. Like it really is. So as soon as you get to fall asleep, as soon as you fall into that sleepless void of nothing, if you have a dream at all, you wake right up and you're back to the fucking grind. And you have to worry about other people. So you're not worried about yourself.
Hmm.
That's the shit that really fucking helps you out is being in charge and having some sort of like guiding principle to make you want to be there, make you want to help people and follow. Because if you're a leader, you're still following, no matter what. There's somebody
Yeah.
giving you instruction. So even if you're a leader, you're not really the top dog. You're always somebody who's following other orders. And chain of command happens for a reason. So there's not always the top dog who is your galactic enforcer telling you exactly what you have to do. He's telling you, hey, tell all these people that so I don't have to.
Yeah.
So all the burden from them now goes onto your shoulders. And then once you tell them, everybody in your whole entire compartment, then that burden comes off of your shoulders, which there's still some of it, but onto all of their shoulders. So now they feel like they have to do what you have to say.
Mhm.
And the hardest part for being a leader is not to be a boss, but to be somebody that people want to follow. That's
Yeah.
fucking hard
That is hard,
because
man.
if you're the person that's always like, hey, do this, that, and the third, nobody's always going to want to respect you.
The most
Like what
memorable things. Hold on.
the things you
I
can think of most, and then we can put them in chronological order.
well, well, I remember falling asleep in the laundry room. I remember just wanting to sleep.
Yeah,
I like in all the lines and shit. You know, we were waiting with our fucking little folders and fucking books, doing
yeah,
whatever, eating those bag nasties.
bag nasties, man. So if you didn't get a actual meal, you got a bag nasty, which is a paper bag with an apple, a cereal bar, and a shitty ass sandwich, which is basically just a slice of fake ass whatever meat
Fake
and and
bologna
fucking
and like
and like
shitty bread.
some cheese and some shitty bread, if you even got cheese. And then you're stuck with that nasty ass bag nasty. Oh, and some nasty ass artificial milk that's probably not even real.
Yep.
That's what you get.
Yep.
And
Fucking.
let me tell you right now, the food that you get, I don't know what they put in it, but as soon as you're done eating, you gotta take a shit. As soon as you're done,
Mm,
you could be the leader and say, all right, everybody get up, let's go. We're going back to our compartment. And as soon as you get back to the compartment, you gotta take a shit
mm.
immediately. And also, I don't know what the fuck they put in the eggs, but you didn't get a boner for like 2 months. Don't know why. Couldn't beat your day, couldn't do anything. You never even thought about anything like that. You were just completely focused on your mission at hand, which
Yep.
was getting the fuck out of boot camp. It's
Yeah,
hard.
man.
You got nowhere, no privacy.
Yeah, no privacy, nowhere to do it, no time to do it.
and all you see is dudes most of the time.
Yep.
You know what I called shower time at boot camp? A dick parade.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Because you got 100 dudes trying to use 16 showers all together.
Mhm.
Not easy. Not fun
No.
either.
No, not
And
fun.
let me tell you, you better keep that fucking eye level. Eye level. You look down, we got a problem, homie. You looking at my
Yep.
dick? I'm not looking at your dick. Why are you looking at my dick? We got a problem? Why are you looking at my dick? We fighting? We fighting right now? Come on, let's not fight. I'm butt naked. Let's not fight. That's exactly how it goes. So
Yeah.
everybody kept eye level. Nobody really talked in the fucking showers. We just got our shit done, moved the fuck out, and we kept going with our day.
Yep.
But it was fucking weird.
Yeah.
Not fun.
No.
And then you gotta sit there and dry yourself off in the same room. And you gotta put your clothes on in the same room. Then you
Mhm.
use your nasty ass shower shoes so you don't
Oh
get
yeah.
your nasty ass
Yeah, you
fungus
don't get
everywhere.
fucking gross fucking space aids on your feet. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
space
That
aids everywhere on your feet.
Oh,
Gross.
dude, when I saw
And
motherfuckers without their fucking like shower shoes, I was like, dude, what are you doing? Do you know what is on those floors? No, there's no chemical that's going to get
no,
anything that's. There are living things that chemicals cannot kill on this floor.
yes. You could try to kill living things on that floor with chemicals. Them bitches would crawl up from the ashes.
You
They
gotta
wouldn't give a
melt the
fuck.
fucking floor in order to
Yeah,
get rid of these chemicals. Dude,
it's gross.
everything about this fucking space boot camp was fucking disgusting, bro. And I feel like that's what the first week was to me. Just like, man, everything here is so fucking
And
disgusting.
they do it on purpose. Oh, we completely skipped something over.
What?
During your processing weeks, they give you every vaccine known to humankind.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. They fucking
Everyone.
they give you fucking shot after shot. You walk down a line and they're fucking people giving you a shot. They're like, "Next, walk up to the next guy, fucking shot. Next, fucking walk up to the next guy, shot." And there's people behind you and in front of you getting these shots. And
I don't
then
know if
they
you've
give
ever
you
heard of it, but the peanut butter shot.
Yep, that's what I was going to say. If you fucking Oh my
That
god.
motherfucker's evil.
And you,
Evil ass peanut butter shot. So what you do is you face probably 8 people, 4 on one side, 4 on the other side, all facing each other over this long ass table, and you all lean face to face with each other. And the funniest part is seeing the person's face in front of you. So it helps you. It helps you not think of the pain because they're sticking this thick ass needle with this peanut buttery viscous liquid.
and
So
you
it's
can
so
feel it.
thick
Yeah,
they
it's
call it peanut butter shots. And they stick it in your ass cheek and they pump that shit full of you.
Oh my
And the
god, that
funniest
fucking
part
makes
is
a
seeing
big
the
fucking
person's
bump.
face.
Ah.
The funniest part is seeing the person's face in front of you going, oh, what the fuck? Oh. The person that did mine, I don't know what the fuck. It must have been her first day because she went and just held it there for like 10 seconds. And then she was like, fiddling with her thumb trying to get the shit pumped in. I guess it was just so hard to push that peanut
Oh
butter
my.
inside my ass. I was just like,
Ah.
lady, go do it. I was freaking out. And finally she got it done. And as soon as you get that needle taken out your ass, they make you sit on the floor because people pass out from it.
Mhm.
They like make you sit down and they make you rub your ass cheek because it feels like somebody just punched you in the ass cheek and you got a bruise there.
Yeah, you got a fucking fat lump on your fucking ass now, and if you sit on it wrong, it feels like a knot. And if you sit
Yes.
on it wrong, you're like, ah, ah,
You think that's bad?
oh,
The next day it's
yes,
worse. They
yes.
make you run a mile and a half with that peanut butter shot in your ass. They make you do as many push-ups as you can, as many sit-ups as you can, and they just work you to death. As soon the day after, it does not even matter how bad you feel. Your arms are all shot up. I think I got 7 shots that day.
Oh my
I
god.
got fucking every vaccine known to man. I could fucking get AIDS and fucking kick it in the ass. It wouldn't matter.
Mhm.
I can get any fucking physical disease that's ever been transmitted in the galaxy and say, I'm fine. But hey, I don't get sick anymore, so whatever.
Yeah, we literally are like immune to fucking sickness.
I remember we constantly were going to classes. Classes were probably the best part of your day
They
because
were.
relaxing. That's all you can do is sit in a chair and try not to fall asleep. Pay attention because the people there who are in front of you, who are teaching you, are the nicest people you're going to meet in that whole entire process.
Absolutely.
Nobody else there, exactly. Nobody else there is going to be nice to you like your instructors will.
Mhm.
So, especially whenever you're in charge, it's more difficult because you have to lead an example for everyone else. And you yourself feel just as shitty as everyone else does. But
Yep.
you have to pretend like you're not, so everybody else can pretend like, okay, I have to be like that person. I have to want to be as strong as that leader.
Mhm.
And it's tough. It's really bullshit because you're also like, fuck, man, I hate this. I want to go to sleep. And they're
Yep.
like, no, you have to set an example. So
Absolutely, dog.
fucking, they put you through mental toughness training. They put you through um, all sorts of training that has to do with equal rights, and also there's a lot of sexual assault that happens, like just like anywhere in the world or in the galaxy, in the universe.
Mhm.
There are sick fucking people that want to do nasty things to anyone.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter if you're a male, female, reptilian, whatever the fuck you are. People want to fuck you.
Yep.
Sometimes you don't want it. So they have to have these trainings to let you know that if you spot this happening, stop it.
Yep.
Because it does happen. So they have many trainings, not just like that one, but hundreds of other trainings that you have to go through
Absolutely.
in a classroom just so you can understand that. How's your shooting going over there? You clearing off of the asteroids and all the
I
aliens?
actually switched over to Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Yeah, so the the boot camp experience was very rough, to say the
Yeah.
least.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
we're literally only explaining probably 2 weeks of what's happened so far.
Yeah.
There's so much to pack into one episode that it's going to take the whole entire episode to explain what happens. It's rough. You're, let me just explain the chow experience.
Yeah.
When
Oh.
you go to get your food, breakfast, lunch, dinner, as soon as you wake up, you have to get everyone ready to go eat.
Yep.
So you had to have everyone ready, and you had to be able to count and be accountable for everyone with you. So we had to do a height line and count. So everyone in line, you had to be able to count and make sure everyone's there. Okay, this person's here, this person's here, and this person is accounted for. They're missing right now. They went to medical. They're sick.
Mhm.
They had to be gone. And if you
Yep.
can't do that, you're getting your ass beat. And I
Mhm.
got beat plenty of times because I fucked up. I'm a
Yep.
human just like everybody else, or I'm
Yeah.
a soul like everybody else because there's not everybody's humans in this world.
Yep.
So I messed up plenty of times, but you have to fuck up to learn. And
Exactly.
so, beginning of the day, let me just run you through a basic day of boot camp.
Mhm.
Wake up in the morning, you got somebody coming inside the room. If you're not already awake because your fucking internal clock has made you wake up at this point in time every day,
Yep.
somebody walk in the room. Wake up, motherfuckers! It's time for the day to start. Get your dicks out the dirt. Get the fuck up out your bed. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. And if
Mhm.
you weren't ready in like a minute to 10 minutes, you had to wake up, you had to shave, you had to brush your teeth, you had to make sure everything was right in order. You couldn't take a shower because you don't have your own free will. You're ready to fucking go. So you get out
Mhm.
there, make sure you're dressed ready to go, and you're on that height line whenever the fuck they tell you to. And if you're not, you're getting your ass chewed out. And if you don't get your ass chewed out, I'm getting my ass chewed out because I'm in charge
Yep.
of you. So everybody's out there on point and on time. I made sure my division was spick fucking span clean. So everybody was ready to go. We would march everyone out in order through the height line. Let's go down the compartment, through the space hallways, get down to your galley. Eat your food in the galley. And once you're there, everyone's eating. They go to their table. You start and you eat first because you're the leader. I'm the head of the steak. I eat first. I'm eating. I got everything ready. Once I'm done, I wait 15 minutes. I have a watch. I have to make sure they're ready to go in 15 minutes. After I'm finished eating, 15 minutes go by. I get my table up, right side, table, whatever number, on your feet, grab
Oh
trace,
yeah, that was a
left
thing.
face, and they'd march out. Left side, or you'd have to say port or starboard side.
Mhm.
Port side, table one, on your feet,
Oh my God,
grab
bro! You just
trace.
triggered something in my brain, bro. That I didn't
Exactly.
like.
Yes, bro. I had to remember
No,
this
bro.
shit every day. I had to
Oh
fucking
my
put this
God.
shit in my mind and be a leader every fucking day. So it was very tough for me.
Yeah, man.
Right face, forward, march, and they'd all fucking head out. And they'd go towards their the I can't remember what it's called whenever they hand the food off, the trays off.
The scullery.
Scullery. Okay, so they hand it off to the scullery where they have people that are in there cleaning off your trays and your food and your utensils so they can have for the next person. It's basically like a dishwashing station. And after that, everyone is marching back to the compartment. You have your assistant Galactic Enforcer recruit in charge. Take everyone back while you are getting everyone ready to go. And
Mhm.
you go to each table and you get everyone up ready to go, and they all leave. And they hop in that fucking line. They drop all their food off. They thank the person. You always thank the person who is taking care of you and taking care of your food because
Mhm.
that's just respectful.
Yeah.
They're also here stuck just like you are. You be respectful of the people who are taking care of you because they would only respect that and they expect it because it's
Mhm.
fucked up if you don't. You're an asshole if you don't. You're
Mhm.
stuck here and they're stuck here and it's their job. So they're
Yeah.
taking care of you. You be nice to them. So thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Here's my tray. Have a good day. Hold the door open for people because you're a good person. Everyone goes to the space hatches. Go back to your compartment. Immediately shit. That's how it goes. Now, I'll only just give you an example for the plan of the day. We have a classroom meeting. You wake up at 5:30 in the morning. You get your food at 6:30, or let's just say 6, because you have to like be ready
Mhm.
to go.
Absolutely.
After your chow, you probably have like a 30 to 45 minute chow at most. They give you an hour tops. Get back, take your shit, go to your next compartment, sit down, fucking listen for the plan of the day. All right, we're going to this classroom. Get everybody there. Get everybody else in the height line. Roll out, forward march, go to your classroom. Sit in that classroom. Next, come back. We have PT. Physical training is going to happen next. Get everybody
Mhm.
ready to go. Get them marching. Forward march. Get your assistant, Galactic Enforcer, calling the commands. Left, 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 right,
Oh my
right.
goodness, bro.
Shit like that.
This is
And
nuts.
yeah, it was fucking insane. And I'm giving him PTSD out the ass because I remember this shit very well because I was the person in charge. And if I didn't remember this shit, then I'm stupid for
Yeah, man, I'm fucking getting flashbacks.
that. The fucking trees are speaking Vietnamese,
Oh
man.
my god, bro, I did not give this much thought. I'm also fried, but
So you go to your classroom, and after your classroom experience, blah blah blah. If you're an adult, they let you know that. If you gotta piss, get up, say I gotta piss, walk the fuck out. Let your Galactic Enforcer recruit commander know. That would be me. You hand me your book to let you know you left. Hey, this is my fucking Space Rangers handbook. I have to know what's in this. This has my name in it. I'm gonna set this on your table. Go ahead and go. So that's how many you know how are out. You can't have more than a certain amount of people out at a time. You're all there to learn something. Once you learn that, you dip off, go your next day. So I get people ready for PT. We go out. Now, these fuckers, this is how evil they were. They had a PT designated zone where you went to this place. It was called the Galactic Stairway,
the
and you
galactic
had to work your
stairway.
way up that fucking stairway. And that's where you busted your ass. That's where you did all your physical training. In the Galactic Stairway, you always had to make sure that you were either on par or doing better than everyone else. And if you weren't, then you're getting the fuck sent home.
Yep.
So you went to that Galactic Stairway and you climbed your way up. Now, it's just a metaphor. That's Now, they have a track, they have pull up bars, they have battle stations, kinds of crazy shit where you can run forth.
Mhm.
Not the battle stations that you have to do in the later amounts boot camp, like towards the end, but
Mhm.
they make you like fake little like team building exercises
Yeah,
where you
yeah,
have to
yeah.
carry bodies, you have to do this, that, and the third. You have the people on stretchers.
Yeah,
So
stuff
much
like
shit you had to
that.
do.
Mhm.
It was nuts.
Nuts.
So you're sitting there leading everybody. That's just like the beginning of the day. You're probably towards the middle of the day. And after your PT, you take everybody and you say, all right, let's go back to the compartment. Get ready. We're
Yeah.
going to fucking lunch. We get our lunch. We go towards lunch. Do the same things we did at fucking breakfast,
Yep.
port side, table, blah, blah, on your feet, grab your food, get the fuck out. Just like that. Now, once you're done doing that, you have maybe a team building exercise in the compartment, or you have your own PT that you do in the compartment where everybody in your whole entire group has to do it. Now, I want to say the only fun time you'd get in your Galactic Boot Camp would be if they decided they wanted to play music whenever you were doing your PT. If
Mhm.
they decided they would bring a speaker in and play some fucking hyping music, like, I don't know, Bohemian Rhapsody or Metallica, Enter Sandman, and you're sitting there like, yeah, fuck these motherfuckers. I'm doing push-ups right now. I'm listening to music. I ain't heard music in 2 months.
Yeah, no, they
They get shit
didn't.
hyped,
They
man.
didn't. They didn't do that for us. No, we
It
never got
makes you
music.
appreciate the little things. Well, the only reason why they did that for us is because I was a good leader and we got Battle E.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
I busted my ass for that Battle E.
dude, honestly, I don't blame. Dude, my division sucked. Like your division sounds really good. My division didn't have any flags.
My division had a good bit of flags. We got the Battle E flag because we were the we were one of the top divisions, but we weren't the best. We didn't get like we weren't the number one division out of our unit. Like
Hmm.
there was another division that was better than us, but we got the Battle E flag because we busted ass and we kicked ass.
Yeah.
And also partly because my Galactic Enforcers leader, the top of the chain of command, was kind of a fucking hard ass. And he was the same rate as me. He was a mechanic on the intergalactic ships, so he took a liking to me. But he didn't. That didn't make it any easier for me. It made it harder for me. That means
Mm.
that man had a fucking. He had an agenda for me, and
Yeah,
he
he had a
wanted
way
me
he
to
wanted to
live up to.
fucking
Yeah,
skull you.
he wanted me to live up to his standards. So I had to bust my ass even harder to make sure that I lived up to that intergalactic enforcer's top level standards.
Mm.
Because the first day I went in there, I'm not gonna lie. First day I went in there, I was upset. I told him I didn't want to be there at all. I told him I wanted to go home. I wanted to see my family and make sure my stepsister, or she was fine because she was now an orphan. She didn't have a mother or a father. She was on
Mm.
her own. And I told him I wanted to go home and make sure she was fine. And he told me, "Give me 3 days and I'll make you want to stay here." And he fucking did.
Mm-hmm.
He fucking did.
Had a boy.
And after that, he made me wanna lead and take charge. And we got a damn near perfect score on our marching evaluations. I got probably a 4.8,
That's
I
fuck.
believe.
We didn't even come close to that. We fucking sucked. We had So when you go from one terminal to the other, there's these roads that you go on, and
Yeah.
occasionally spaceships can fly between them. So you have these
Mm-hmm.
people. You have these people called road guards, and
Mm-hmm.
they go up in front of the division on these little roads, and they stand out there like this. But anyways, we fucking failed one of our marching things because they came back before the assistant enforcer called them back. So we got fucked
Oh,
for
that's
that.
fucked.
Dude, our division sucked. I flew under the radar during boot camp, and I'm so glad I did because my division fucking sucked. We were a very strong division, and what that means is we sucked, so we got beat a lot, and
Yeah.
we got
You got smart divisions, you got strong divisions. Smart
yeah,
divisions figure shit out and they carry out their task, and the strong divisions don't figure out shit and they get the fuck kicked out of them.
we had
So they
some
get real
dumb
strong.
motherfuckers. So there was a PT test that you would do, and it consisted of push-ups, sit-ups, and a run. And the run was
The
like,
baseline.
yeah, the
The baseline
baseline
test.
one, and you only had to do a few push-ups, a few sit-ups, and a run. But that was because they wanted to get you to the actual numbers that you had to be at to be a a space ranger. Uh, so you would do your run, and they were all insanely low numbers, and the reason behind that was because they wanted to see if you were able to make that end game run. The higher numbers. Hello, Jymoki. Oh, Mr. Man.
He's a good boy.
He is a good boy.
But yes, you had to do your baseline assessment to make sure that you can be on par with Space Standard standards. Space Ranger standards,
Yeah,
not Space Standard
and
standards.
there was some
Space Ranger
people who
standards.
didn't make it. There were some people who didn't make it, and I was a pretty chunky boy when I was joining. Probably a lot smaller now than I was then. I was a bit of a chonker, but I still made the run in 11
I
minutes.
was
Not in 11
I was the
minutes.
same way. I was gonna say 11 minutes, bro. I made it in 12.
Yeah, no, I
I
made it
was
in
a
like
fat ass.
yeah, for the first one I didn't. I made it in 11:35 at the end, but for my first one, fuck man, it was low. I improved a lot physically because before I
It's not
joined,
easy.
before
It's
yeah,
not
because
easy at
before I
all.
joined, I was fucking doing what I'm doing now. The only difference is I didn't really have control of myself. I was just eating food.
Especially in the Galactic Stairway when they have like these environments. If you don't remember, the Galactic Stairway is the place, the compartment they put you in to do
Yeah.
your workouts for your baseline assessment and also your PT assessment in the end. They have controlled environments where the air is heavier and it's
Yes.
harder for you to breathe. and it's not as easier for you if you were just running on Earth
And
and
it's
you're breathing
made to
normally. It's
stimulate,
hard as fuck.
like either high altitudes on Earth, or if you're like on Pluto or something like that, it's made to
Any type of
simulate that.
Yeah, any type of environment that you're not used to, they wanted to fucking cake on to you. They wanted to make
Yeah.
you feel like, fuck, I'm not used to this, so I'm gonna train in it. They wanted you to train in an environment that you're not used to training in, so it'd be harder for you. And it was very hard for me. I think my first assessment I did in 12 minutes and 15 seconds for my run. A mile and a half in 12 minutes and 15 seconds. That's not that fantastic.
Hmm.
And I mean that's pretty good for my
It was
age
pretty
range.
good
I
for
was
the
like right
baseline. I
at
got like 14 at my baseline.
I was dying at my baseline, man. My baseline, I was tough. There are so many people that finished on like 16 minutes, 18 minutes because they were just like, "Ah, I'm giving up. Me, I
Yeah.
was just trying my best to follow somebody in front of me.
Yeah, that's what I
That's
did.
all I did. You're
Hmm.
sitting there hauling ass, and you're just like, oh, fuck. I can't breathe. They got these fucking environmentally changing climates that I'm just dying in.
Hmm.
And you're trying your best to just keep pace up, and you can't. And sometimes for most people it was too much to handle. I remember at one point in time morale was low. Everyone was just fucking tired of being there. They hated being there. And my
Hmm.
my fucking Galactic Enforcer, the top fucking person, the one in charge, he came up to me and said, "Hey man, do you look around and see people that want to be here right now?" I was like, "No, everybody's fucking sick of it. They want to go home. They're tired of this shit." He's like, "You have to be the one to go forth and make them want to be here. So give them a fucking speech."
Hmm.
And I was like, never given a speech before. And I was like, well, I make music. I'm good with words. So let's just fucking wing this shit.
Yep.
And I stepped up into a group of not just my division, but the brother division. We had a compartment full of
Hmm.
100 people at least. My division plus the brother division. We had two people that were basically against each other, competing against each other, but it had to be healthy competition to where
Yeah.
everyone's like, I'm going to be better than you, but I don't want you to do worse than me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I made a speech out of fucking thin air
Of
around
course.
everyone in our division. And I said, hey, man, listen, I was winging the fuck out of this. I had no idea what I was talking about, but it turned out to be a great speech. I was like, listen, man, we're out here getting our ass kicked by every other division. We went on a fucking marching parade. We had another division fucking humiliate us and make us look like nothing. How does that make y'all feel? Because I know right now I feel like shit. I want to be the top dog. And we're doing great right now. And we're getting our ass handed to us by some fucking band camp division that does nothing but plays fucking tubas and holds flags. We're a fucking rifle division. We're supposed to be the ones that step up. We're supposed to be the ones that use blasters and put holes in fucking heads, drop fucking warheads on foreheads.
Hmm.
What the fuck are we doing right now? We're getting our ass handed to us
Fucking
by a bunch of
satellite
geeks.
laser beams and shit.
Exactly. And these fucking kids are getting their ass handed to them by fucking band geeks. So I told them, I was like, listen, man, I told this to not just my division, but my brother Div, who's literally right next to me. And I was like, who the fuck are you? And this person was like, oh, I'm Space Ranger recruit, blah blah blah. I'm Space Ranger recruit McDonald. And I was like, fucking false. You're wrong. Who are you? And I pointed to somebody my brother did. I was like, who are you? And he was like, I'm I'm a I'm the assistant enforcer for this division. I was like, no, fucking wrong. Who are you? And I pointed at somebody else, and they were like, I'm somebody. I was like, everybody here's fucking wrong. I'm just gonna cut y'all off right now. You're my fucking brother. I looked at him and somebody whoever I was pointing, I was like, you're my fucking brother. And I said, who the fuck are you? And he's like, I'm your brother. I was like, who the fuck are you? He's like, I'm your brother. I was like, who the fuck are you? And I just kept getting
Attaboy.
angry. Like, I'm your brother. And I was like, so who the fuck is everybody here? And he was like, we're all brothers. And I was like, exactly. So why the fuck are y'all over here fighting each other and doing some nasty ass, unhealthy competition? Y'all should be here to fight with each other because we're all here for the same fucking reason. And that was probably the best moment of my life because
Yeah, there you go.
I I united two groups of people to be together as one. And guess what? Those two fucking divisions ended up being the top two divisions in our fucking group
Yeah, man.
because I fucking gave them a little bit of inspiration. He was just fucking tired of the bullshit.
He
Man. He
really
said,
was,
"Fuck it,
bro.
man."
He just wanted to get out. He's just like, all right, are we all ready to listen? All right, cool. We're going to get haircuts. Let's go. Get on the tow line, line up, a high line.
I
Um,
forgot about haircuts, man.
Haircuts were fucking nuts, bro. The first one that you get, dude.
Bald as shit. Like
Dude.
Caillou.
Go
This is
ahead.
why I don't cut my hair anymore. See right here? Ain't nobody gonna take my strength, bro.
Yeah, but you get in there and they
I
shave
had
you
my hair
bald.
cut whenever I first joined the fucking Space Rangers. They ain't never cut my hair again. I'm gonna have my shit. I'm gonna be 80 years old and have my shit down to my ankles. I don't give a fuck. I tell
Yup.
you right now, nobody cut my hair ever again.
Anyways, but yeah, that was some of the stuff that happened between like week 2 and 3. Hell Week, we fucking did that. We did like shipboard firefighting. Um, but yeah, that was like mostly weeks 2 and 3. Um, week 5 was Hell Week. We did a lot of we did firefighting. We learned how to do firefighting and
Yeah, firefighting. Let's get into firefighting. That was that shit, man.
relieve the
I had
nozzleman.
somebody get killed
Relieve
out
the
of my
nozzleman.
kitchen.
Really? How so? Tell me the
Yeah.
story.
All right. So firefighting week. Let's tell you about this. So you had to watch videos of spaceships getting blown up in space and trying to save your fucking ship because don't know if you know or not, fires aren't good in space
No.
at all. If you had a fire in space, you're pretty much fucked. So you got to learn how
Yeah,
to put that fire
you gotta
out.
know where fires can start because there's not always oxygen.
There's so many types of fires, class A through C, and they had to add D through F with space fires. So you're pretty much fucked.
Mhm.
So you have to learn how to take them fires out because you're not just only a space range cadet, you're now a fighter fire. You have to learn how to take out fires.
Mhm.
Because I don't know if you know or not, but if you're out in space, 911, can I call the fire department, please? Oh, you're not on my planet? Go fuck yourself. Not that easy
No.
at all. So you have to learn how to cut that fire off. And if you die in that fire, whoops, shit happens. Close up the hatch, you're dead. Cut that fucking. We'll literally just launch that part off into space, and we have
Just
an issue like that we can't handle,
jettison.
and you're fucking dead, and that's your fault because you were the person in that fucking compartment at the point in time. You couldn't save it. You're dead. Save the fucking shit before we save your life. So we realized at an early fucking age in the whole Galactic Boot Camp process that we were expendable and
Yeah.
that we had to be either the best we could be or dead. So now that's why we have our own ship right here.
Yep.
Why
We're
not?
we're space we're space pirates.
100%.
We're
We're,
space
we're
pirates.
basically the Han Solo and Lando Calrissian of the fucking Space Rangers podcast world.
Yeah. We are space pirates. Mm.
So we went through constant trainings for things in like uh, the ship is being attacked by an alien invader. We have missiles coming inbound from every direction, so you have to be careful and be ready for like rumbling and attacks and shit like that. So that's what we were like 100% prepared for, and we just kept going on and going on, ready for that. Just through the team building exercises. This was not for the simulated training they went us through. Like they have $1 billion trainings that they've put us through
Mm.
in which they put us on a simulated ship that was actually being attacked with, they had the defensive shields up and shit like that so the ship didn't actually get hurt, but we had fucking missiles thrown at us
Mhm.
and making the ship go like knock us to the right or to the left. So
Mhm.
it really made it hard for us whenever it felt like the ship was about to fucking explode and we still had to take care of everyone else on the ship. Even though
Yeah.
we may have felt like it was certain death, we had to be on our toes.
Mhm. The thing that was going through my mind a lot of the time was just don't fucking make a headache for yourself because it's gonna
Yeah.
fucking happen if I let this anger get the best of me. All right. Well, here's my experience with it.
Even
So
though it's basically illegal to talk about battle stations other
yeah,
than
I guess if we're vague enough, right, on this show.
fuck them. Fuck them. What are they going to do? Come fucking pursue us? Well, that'll just make our show bigger. Fuck them. We're going to talk about battle stations.
All right, I'll talk about my experience with battle stations. So
Go. Let's get it.
I remember I remember it was very it was a night that had this feeling about it, like you were about
You
to
have to
fucking
talk about how long it took. So You had a full day of being awake, a full day of doing normal Space Rangers exercises and bullshit, PT, all your chow and all that bullshit, and your classrooms and all that shit. After all your classrooms and your chow and your PT and all that shit's out of the way, and it's like 10 p.m., then you start your battle stations. Then you
Absolutely.
walk to a place in the ship that literally takes off. You go to a ship that you go into and you dock off of, and it takes off from your actual ship, and it goes through an intensive exercise training. I'm gonna let you go ahead and take it out from there.
Yeah, it was a but like what back when we were on our ship, you know that feeling that you get when you're about to go when you're a little nervous about going on like vacation or something. You know what I mean? That's kind of
You have
that feeling that
no idea
I had butterflies in my stomach and I was just getting ready for the unknown because I had
because
heard about this thing
technically
battle stations constantly over and over again. You're working towards battle stations. You're going to do this for battle stations. And I was like, what the fuck is battle stations, man? So it was something that was pounded into your head and you didn't know what the fuck it was.
you were more or less like, fuck, dude, this is more intimidating now that they're in their actual battle gear.
Yeah, they're in
Like
their
they're
battle
ready to
gear.
fight.
They're fucking ready to like camouflage, fucking blasters equipped. They had everything, and they
They're
sat
ready to
down,
go.
and
They're
these
ready to fucking
motherfuckers
fight
sit down,
and
and
kill
they're like,
anybody in the way.
"Yup," and they're fucking getting serious, and they sit down at this table, and they start making fun of us because they're like, "You guys have to defend a ship all night, and we're gonna get Buffalo Wild Wings."
Yeah, they're like, fuck you guys. We're gonna go ahead and pretend like tonight doesn't exist. But for you guys, this is gonna be very real. Like simulation. I'm sorry. I had to burp. The simulation is so real
It is
that
very
you think
real.
that you are very much inside of a attacked vessel.
Yeah.
You are in a ship that can be blown up and you can be sucked into the vacuum of space. And these motherfuckers are sitting here eating. And so the most horrible part about this is that you've
Yeah.
got your senior ranked officer basically pretending that this is nothing of a big deal and you can't even sit down. You yourself, if you want to take a break, have to put your knee on the ground on a very hard fucking metal floor
Yep.
that you can't even relax on to take a break. So you constantly cannot even take a break. You are on go and you have had no sleep in the last 24 hours to start, to
Because
begin
and
with.
keep in mind we're doing this for 24 hours. We're like defending the ship actively. It's not like, oh, we go to bed and we go off a ship. No, we're all up actively defending this ship, putting out fires and moving
Constantly.
things constantly. And
No stop.
yep, the only time they would stop you is they would bring you into the room to tell you like something else is fucked up.
Like, hey, you go into this part. You know how you like to breathe oxygen? Well, guess what? This whole entire room is filled up with fucking carbon dioxide and you can't breathe oxygen at all.
Yep,
You're pretty
see,
much fucked unless you crawl your way out.
yep, and you have to fucking crawl through zero gravity through those shits.
Crawl through zero gravity in space through smoke that you can't breathe
Yep.
in. And guess what? There's also fires and there's also fucking electrical shit going off that you can be electrocuted by. So you have to be able to crawl your way through a damaged ship,
What mission did
get
you
the fuck
lead?
out, and save the fuck out of everyone who else is with you. You have a whole group that is with you. You're in charge of to save them.
Yep.
And guess what? If you don't make it out, you're done. You're fucking done skis. You ain't making it out. You're fucking finished.
Mm.
So
So,
you have to be able to get the. It's basically like a game to the people who are in charge, but to you it's real fucking life.
mhm.
You've never been in that simulation before. That simulation is so real to you that you have to make sure that everyone stays safe.
Yep.
And even if you're not in charge, even if you're just a regular off the boat Joe, you get put in the position where I fucking have to make sure everyone here makes it out alive because if
They
they
put
don't,
one
I
person
know
in
for a fact
charge every single time. Like for a certain
exactly.
thing that goes on, they put someone in charge. And what was your thing that you were in charge of?
I remember I was in charge of making sure all the ammo crates. So we had a room that was filling full of like the space. Like there was literally a
Yeah.
fucking hole, and you had to have your helmet on, and you had to be able to breathe fresh oxygen. You had to have people
Yeah.
get everything out of there. And there's literally fucking people trying to get in through, and you have to be able to close the door off before it gets too late. And if you don't close the door off, you're fucked. Because guess what? The invaders get in and you're fucked. So you have to get all your ammo crates out that you as much as you can before the ammo crates basically are not usable anymore. You have to close that part of the ship off so you can just launch that shit off.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't close that part of the ship off and make it into a part that's not even a part of the ship anymore, you're fucked.
Mm-hmm.
So once you get all your ammo crates out, all the shit for your blasters that make sure that you can shoot and survive, just that part of the ship. Once you get into another compartment, you airlock it and you lock the hatch shut. Then you can launch off that part of the ship that is destroyed because you can't use that anymore. And you have people constantly trying to break in and take over. And it's so hard. And as soon as you're done with that, then you have to worry about, oh wow, I can't breathe. Why is there smoke filling my entire area that I'm in? Then you have to get out. Then you have to climb up a corridor. You have to climb up some ladders. And you have to lead everyone who's in there with you. Everyone. Through a ship that you've never been in before. You've never, ever been in this ship. And you say, okay, I have to take you through fucking 5 corridors and get
Mm-hmm.
you back to our safe spot of the ship that none of the ship even feels safe because it's constantly being invaded.
Yep.
So you have to be like, even though I know that I'm fucked, I have to make a fucking plan
Yeah.
to get through it. So they constantly put you under stress. It's so hard. It's
Mm-hmm.
so hard.
You want to know what mission I was in charge of? The fucking
What's
one
that?
where you had to identify whether bodies were dead or not. And you had to.
Oh, fuck.
I was in
That
charge
was
of that
tough.
shit, so I had to
It was
fucking
so
decide
realistic.
whether people. I literally had to decide whether people were fucking too fucked to even save.
And that's the hardest shit because you're basically saying, okay, and it's so realistic. You're like, okay, this person looks
And
real
like,
to me.
yeah, like they were
And it
mannequins, but they
probably
looked
is.
real.
It
They looked
probably was
real.
a person that was probably dead. It was probably someone they just donated to science to pretend like they were dead. Like a real person that you had to develop feelings for and just not have feelings for at all. And you're like, all right, fuck. This person is not going to make it out of here alive. And I have
Yeah.
15 other people, maybe at least 5 other people in charge of me of taking care of this person, literally crawling through debris of a ship that is no longer even fucking usable. So you're like, oh my God, I have 5 people that are living and breathing, trying to breathe air into this person that is dead.
Hmm.
And you have to decide whether it's even worth dragging this body through debris that has been destroyed to save the people that you even believe that are actually going to survive.
Yeah.
And then once you bring that body, even if that person's alive or dead, you have to bring that person to the infirmary and say, hey,
Hmm.
check this person out. And if that person's dead, your fault.
Yep.
It's your fucking fault. And you have to live with that. And it's so fucking real that it sticks with you
Yep.
because they make it that real because you're going to go in through that exact situation in actual life.
Hmm.
It's not something that you're just going to deal with in a fucking video game. It's real fucking life. And they make sure you know that. So you go through an entire night of rigorous training. He listed one, I listed another. That is just one of probably the 15 tasks they make sure that you can take care of. You have to know which areas of the ship. You have to know the bulkheads, the names, the titles, the tags, the places everywhere you have to be. You have to be able to read and know exactly where you
Hmm.
are. And you have to be able to run through, not just walk like everything's normal. You have to be there in an intense situation, run through up and down ladder wells, corridors, uh, elevators if you have to. It's so fucking big,
Hmm.
but you have to be there at a certain amount of time. And if you're not done in that certain amount of time, you have fucking failed and you're not worth being a space ranger.
Yep.
And it's very hard. And guess what? If you're the leader and all of your fucking people fail, it's your fault and
Yep.
you fail. So you have to be the number one person to take charge and say, I'm running through this entire ship and I'm making sure everyone survives. And that was me and that was him.
Yep.
It is very fucking hard.
Hmm.
Very hard. Because they make you in charge. Even if
Yeah.
you're not like me, I was the recruit commander for the entire division that I had. Guess what? Whenever you were put inside that rank, you lose that position. Because guess what?
Yeah,
You in that
there's
rank,
no ranks anymore. There's no rank. There's no
not
position
even
anymore.
that.
You're put in
Not,
charge of a random thing.
they do have that aspect. Like in an intense situation, they do have a hierarchy, but at that point in time, everyone is the most valuable asset. And
Yep.
also, at that point in time, you still are in point in charge of taking care of them people. It's just so hard in a very intense situation. And they put you in that intentionally to make sure that you can take care of their core, the things
Yep.
that they believe in, the things that they say, hey, this fucking matters. And if you can't do it, cut off.
Yep.
You can't be a part of it. And after at least 12 hours of the most intense fucking moments of your life, then, maybe then, if you can even pass all of those tests, then you can be a Space Ranger.
Yep.
Then they give you your Space Ranger's cover, your cap that says Space Ranger. Up top, it says Space Ranger right here, and you feel so proud.
You're a fucking space ranger. You're space homie.
And you think it's done then? That's the beginning. That's You've been up for 24 hours at least. It's 8 in the morning.
They make you practice for graduation.
As soon as you're done, they say, okay, you can go to this place and call your family for 30 minutes and say, I made it. I'm a Space Ranger. I finally fucking made it through all the shit. I finally
Mm.
fucking did it. I'm a Space Ranger. And
Yep.
this is the time the graduation is going to be. And this is the shuttle that you have to be on to make it. And if you don't make it, then I won't see you. That's the another hard part. You have to tell the people that you are going to bring onto the shuttle
Mhm.
out in the middle of space from their homes on a planet, a place that they've never
Mhm.
been on,
Yep.
to fly out to you where you have no type of contact with them to maybe see you. And
Mhm.
you haven't seen them in months. Some of these people are your family that you've never been without before. Some of these people are your girlfriends that you've been with for years.
Mhm.
Some of these people are your spouses, your wives, your husbands, whoever.
Mhm.
You haven't been without them ever in your life. And now you can tell them they can finally see you because you finally fucking did it. You made it through. And guess what? Sometimes they don't get to make it there because you don't have the
Yeah.
sufficient amount of contact with them. Luckily for me, and for most of the people there, they have people on the outside that can make it there. I had my
Mm.
wife make it. He had his family make it.
Yep.
They can all come see them.
Mhm.
And they saw the probably the most horrendous experiences of our lives end because we had to practice. As soon as we got done with battle stations,
Mhm.
not a minute later, you got out of battle stations. You had the people that were constantly screaming at you, yelling at you, making you think that you're a fucking piece of shit
Mhm.
your whole entire two months. And they finally came up to you and shook your hand and said,
Yep.
I fucking knew you can do it. I'm
Mhm.
so proud of you. And it
Mhm.
brought you so full of happiness.
I cried. I cried like a
I,
fucking
I,
bitch. I
I
cried
fucking,
like a
I,
fucking bitch.
it's so fucking hard. It
I
makes you
tried not
fucking
to. I tried
appreciate.
so hard not to be like dramatic, like everybody was, like a lot of people were being.
Yeah,
I fucking cried like a bitch.
most people do. Most people fucking do because it's a hard fucking life. It's a hard experience to go through. And if you've never gone through it, you never fucking know.
Yeah.
We went through graduation. The day after, we went through our battle stations. It was so hard. We had no sleep at all. I was falling asleep, standing up,
I
doing
was too.
my graduation. I was sitting there holding the fucking lightsaber. So whenever you're the recruit commander, you get a lightsaber
Mhm.
because you're the leader. You get a lightsaber. You and you have to be able to do everything right because you're the number one person they're looking at. You're the one with the fucking light sword that goes and it's like, oh fuck, he's got a light. Look at that guy. So I'm the person with the fucking lightsaber doing all the salutes and all this shit. And I have to be careful because this motherfucker can cut my head off. So I'm sitting here basically dying with a whole entire lightsaber in my hand. And I have to do these very close motions to my face to salute. and like slice around and like basically hold it and salute, it's so fucking hard.
Mm-hmm.
And not just me, but there's 12 other divisions of people who are in charge doing that. It's tough.
Mm-hmm.
And we're practicing and we're basically falling asleep. I almost cut my fucking nose off with this lightsaber because I was falling asleep. It was tough. And I remember once we finally finished that and we can go to sleep, we went to sleep at like 8 p.m.
Yep.
And the only time we ever had with our fucking commanders, our galactic commanders, who were ever nice to us ever, because they weren't. The
No.
only time they were ever nice to us was during this time. We had a pizza party. They're like, "You finally fucking made it, man. I know I may have whipped your ass, and I know I may have done so many evil things to you and made you fucking hate your experience here, but you fucking kicked ass, and I'm proud of you, and I'm glad you
Mm-hmm.
did that." And it made you feel the sense of pride because I'm a space ranger.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fucking space ranger now. I can do that. And that's what made you feel that pride. So once you finally did your graduation, you're like, fuck, man, this is so tiring. I did my graduation. I'm in these nasty ass uniforms. I'm holding a fucking lightsaber, slicing shit around. After that was over, you can finally hug all of your brothers and
Yep.
sisters who are in your division and say, we fucking did it. And then you can hug your wife, husband, mother, father, whoever the fuck showed up for you
Mm-hmm.
and tell them, I finally did it. I'm a space ranger. Through all this bullshit, through all this heartache, through all this pain, I fucking conquered it. I overcame that. I'm a bigger person than that. All these fuckers right here, fuck them. I did that.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking did that. I'm a space ranger. And it brought you a sense of pride.
Absolutely.
And if you're anybody like me, I took my wife home to the bedroom and I did some gymnastics with her ass. I was
And
like,
what a fucking perfect place to end the fucking episode, dog. This has been the fucking Space Rangers podcast. Do you have any parting words, David?
my parting words is that I may have been the main speaker of this episode. I may have spoke the most out of it,
That's cool, man. You passionate about
but
this. I get it.
I'm very passionate about this episode because I was the leader of my division. Even though he was the leader and he led the head enforcers and the people who made sure that everything was clean in the division, I had to lead the entire division. So
Yeah,
I may have
absolutely.
had more to say because of the certain situations I was in, but
Absolutely. You
right
experienced it a lot more than I did, you know?
this man right fucking here did just as much as I did. He made sure everything was spot on because if he didn't, everything was fucked. The whole
Mm-hmm.
entire division was fucked. This man right here kept fucking charge and he helped everyone out a lot. So I just want to let everyone know that through this entire Space Rangers podcast, just because you have a position that you think may not be as strong as you think it should be, you play a valuable fucking part. No matter what, even if you're a space ranger or if you're a fucking janitor on a planet that you think, man, I'm not doing enough in my life. You are playing a valuable fucking part. I promise you that. And that's the way I want to say this because Space Ranger is all about playing your part. You do something that matters. And y'all who watch us, everyone who makes this show something, all of you play your part and you all do something that matters. And I love you all. Just
Absolutely.
like that, man.
Peace out, y'all.